We shall be taking you live to the Shippers Authority, where ongoing is the Chamber of Commerce, that of the JoyBusiness sensitization on the Continental Free Trade Agreement area. As you can see on your screen, an official from the Ghana Revenue Authority, Customs, actually addressing the audience there regarding the opportunities there are when it comes to export and imports and AfCFTA. Let's listen in shortly.
Lock in ICOMS for AfCFTA, the tariff heads has these numbers and the like. What does that mean?
Unfortunately, I can't see it well. Which
Please
one?
come closer, because there's a cordless mic.
Yeah. This tells the dismantling schedule. And let me apologize that this one has not been accepted. The ECOWAS has come up with a new dismantling schedule. Unfortunately, there's no time for us to show you some of these things. Probably if we get another opportunity, we'll show it to you. We are applying a linear dismantling schedule. So for every year, we'll take off certain percentages until the 10th year. This one was very complex for us, and we raised it up with ECOWAS, and they have changed it. African Union didn't even accept this. So this is, we'll replace it with what we have currently placed from ECOWAS.
Well, I gather there are some people on Zoom who want to ask their own questions, and so if they're ready with it, we will give the opportunity to the first person.
Yeah.
Okay. As we're waiting for that.
A very quick question, yes, as a follow-up to what he just said. Mr. Akoto, can I just find out the status of the $200 that GRA imposes on exporters from Burkina for every consignment? Because based on what you just said, then I think this shouldn't be. So if you could please cure me of my ignorance on this. Thank you very much.
Madam, this is rather a very difficult one for me. I have to consult with my commissioner, please. Then we'll get back to you, madam.
Okay, do we have a question? Do you have punishment mechanisms for countries who go out and impose duty, as we are currently experiencing with Benin, with ECOWAS for the past 6 months?
Let me again speak for Mr. Wivi, because he has left. He should have responded to this. Fortunately, I was attending the meetings with him, so that's what he said. There's a dispute, a whole protocol on dispute settlement. When they do something that is outside the agreement, then you can lodge a complaint against them, and they will be taken through the necessary sanction. There's a whole procedure for it. A committee will be set, and then they look into the issue. Just like the WTO, it pertains in WTO. When you go against the trade agreement, a complaint is lodged against you, and you are taken through an arbitration process. So what we are going through with Benin, unfortunately, Benin hasn't ratified the agreement. So after we can't take them. But I know, because I work very closely with the Ministry of Trade, complaint has been lodged to ECOWAS, and ECOWAS is ready to take it up with Benin. I don't know whether Dr. Asedu will speak to that, but because I've seen some of the communications, I think government is taking it very seriously, the concerns of our traders or manufacturers. So government is acting very swiftly on it through Ministry of Trade.
I'm sure the next question, the person wants to know how the rules of origin applies to this. And can people bring cars from Togo?
As far as we know, look, general public, let's be fair. Togo has no car manufacturing company. You can bring a car from Togo that will benefit from the reliefs. Excuse me, as I stand there, I'm not aware that Togo has an auto company like we are trying to establish. If they have, and they certify the rules like I outlined, then fine. Ghana will be ready to grant the necessary reliefs. But as far as we are not aware that Togo has a car manufacturing company, no such release will be granted, please.
Okay, so for those of you on Zoom, if you want to ask a question, lift your hand. Okay, the person is ready. Okay, so unmute your mic and ask the question. Francis Pencil, I think. Francis, can you unmute yourself? Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my question is on aggregation and also collaboration that the first speaker mentioned. And I want to know that for specifically the youth, the team youth that have now started a starting company, do we have opportunity in the AfCFTA? Is there arrangements for incubation or some kind of mentorship that will prepare us adequately to compete in the AfCFTA in the future? Thank you.
For me, I didn't hear you clearly.
You didn't hear the question well.
No.
Can you repeat yourself? Because it was a bit muffled. Francis.
Okay. Yeah, I'm repeating the question, please. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Hello. Is it audible now?
Yes.
Okay. My question borders on the aggregation and collaboration that the first speaker mentioned. And I want to ask that particularly for the youth, that we are startup and then also wanting to take opportunity of this AfCFTA. Is there any provisional arrangement for mentorship or to groom us to be able to adequately take advantage of this AfCFTA in Ghana? Is there any hope, any training hope or mentorship home that has been arranged or has been provided for startup companies or the youth to already in business could be groomed to take advantage of this AfCFTA opportunity? Thank you.
I'm sure the Ministry of Trade should be able to answer that. Yeah.
Thank you for the question. For the startups and the youth who want to take advantage of this new agreement, the government has come up with some initiatives that will help startups. The government is implementing what is called the Ghana Economic Transformation Project. It's a World Bank project with a total of about $200 million. And it has 4 components. And component 3, which is accelerating entrepreneurship and SME growth, is to assist.
And that is the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, together with JoyBusiness, having the sensitization group with members of the business community. You did hear the matters developing, especially when it comes to the Benin impasse with ECOWAS. They've not ratified the agreement, having to cause so many harm to the exporting community there.